Hello to you Bafnians, Savanians. My name is Sachit Jha. I have been working as head chef, project developer, director food and beverage and consultant for various organizations in my life till yet. So many parents and children have been asking me about culinary as a profession or to be a chef. I always tell everybody that if you have a knack or affinity towards nature, towards culture, towards travel, towards trees, birds, environment, then I think this is the career for you because it allows you to unleash your inner artist. Also, it provides you insight of various disciplines of life, provided that you are very persistent. Because remember, this career is rewarding, no doubt. This career will allow you to travel and see many demographies and geographies, but the price or the involvement that it asks for is your time, your hard work, your dedication, like any other profession, I'll say. Of course, choosing a college is very important because practically it lays the first foundation, it is the first milestone of your career. It is very interesting to know that the very first class, everybody wants to be a chef if you will ask the students. But this aspiration goes away within few weeks of practicals. Now what happens is, the first stage of hindrance a student or an aspirant faces is the terminology, because largely the syllabus that they start with is in French, so they are not able to relate. But thankfully there are so many shows which are very interesting and which teach you in a very interactive way. There are many master chefs worldwide. So I think that is very helpful. It is important to study a lot in this period and to be able to use that information and knowledge in your practicals becomes very important, because your mind has to start training and align your mind to what your faculty is training you. So therefore your mindful presence, your focus in your practical classroom is very essential. Otherwise you are going to miss on many fundamentals, and like any other industry, whether it is medical or engineering, if your fundamentals, if your theories are not clear, if you are not paying attention to your practicals, then I think you are going to be a very average chef, and then it will be of no use, you will regret it. Now the next stage that we are coming to, which is very important and very decisive in your career, would be your industrial training. It is a program of 6 months in one of the institutes or hotels that come to recruit you in your campus for your trainings. Now by design it is a phenomena of 6 months wherein you are allowed to train yourself in 1 month in each departments. So the time that you have practically for culinary, or the time that you will be able to spend in the kitchen, is only 30 days unless and until you insist on an increased time. So therefore it becomes important to be very observant, to be full of humility, and to be able to grasp as much as you can. Because I have seen after the training many students change their mind, they want to do front office or they want to do housekeeping, sales, because there is some incident that triggers their interest or that defers their interest from culinary, because as I mentioned, it definitely is very demanding and it is going to test you time and again. But I think this is the time where you forge greater friendships. This is the time when you form mentors. This is the time when you understand the importance of a greater competitive environment. It is the time where you understand that you need to have company of intelligent people around you that will help you to be successful. Once your training period is over, then you come back to your colleges and you're happy, you're meeting your peers and exchanging your experiences of what happened during your industrial training. Now, this experience molds your perception about the industry. Now you're more confident, now you're more knowledgeable about the design and setup of a hotel, you're more insightful about what you are going to venture into. Now, this is the time that you utilize to study harder. You put your accelerators on, you start studying hard, you start talking to your seniors, and then one fine day, after your exams, the hotels will come, all the big Oberois and Taj and HYATT and all the other beautiful boutique hotels are going to come and are going to evaluate you of what you have become in those particular years of your learning in the institution that you were there. Now you venture into the rough waters, now you're on your own, now you start actually working post your placement. This is the time wherein you feel lost initially in the first few years. So it is important to once again talk a lot, converse a lot, exchange a lot, to not suppress your feelings, learn a lot, do not confine yourself to the department that you have been allocated to. Because see, as I told you, kitchen is not one department. It is like a complex Swiss watch. There are various sub-machineries, very complicated machineries working in harmony with each other to produce a great food and beverage concept and offerings for the guest. Because this is the time when you have youth, this is the time when you have energy, and this is the time where you can sleep less and learn more. Now, many people say that I want to be a celebrity chef. No, nothing bad in that, but understand they have also had their share of hard work, understand they have their share of failures. So it is important to fail, but to fail early, because that will save you lots of time. The earlier you fail, the earlier you know where are the areas or scope of improvement, because then you start working with a strategy, then you start working with your plan, then you start working on yourself. Culinary is beautiful because with every aspect of it, there are stories. And the more you start connecting with those stories, whether it is the onion that has been sourced from a local village of where you are working, from a spice that has come from Kerala or Cuba or Haiti, or an alcohol that has been made in the vintage years of France or Europe. Very interesting. But one thing is common in all the successful people in this industry is their never dying passion. They get up no matter how hard the yesterday was, they get up every day, they show up with a promise that they will deliver to their fullest. One more thing which is very essential is to understand a thing very deeply, because if you want to rise high, if you want to go to the pinnacle, gathering lots of content on the way is important. Remember, journey is equally important. The people you meet will decide your destiny. The deeper you learn will ensure that one fine day you are a man of a substance. So when the world is open again after the COVID for business, I think the role of the chef will be very typical, very important, because anything that is entering the chain of the hotel to safe storage to the final delivery of the food to the guest, it will be chef's responsibility. The safety and the health of the guest will be in chef's hand, because understand, it is not only about beautiful presentations, it is not about delivering food in time, but it is about the topmost quality, it is about the topmost hygiene, it is about the non-compromising policies followed in the kitchen. So chef will not only be a cook, but he also will be a policy maker, a policy implementer, and a policy enforcer. Therefore, as a career option, I think it is fantastic. I think chef is going to be a very important person in the organization. I'm available on Instagram and Facebook for any guidance that you're looking for. What are you waiting for? Tread on your journey. I wish you great academic learning and a very bright future. Remember, actions are very important. Never get into analysis paralysis. Always believe in yourself.